Hi, it's David from Southgate Travel. We do value cruising and value travel across North America and Europe. That's our gig. We just returned back, my wife Frida and I, from a 7-day cruise in December on MSC Seashore and a 4-day cruise in January from MSC Seashore. We had sharks and fire on board. They were the things that stand out in my mind. Anyway, I'll get to that at the end. The 7-day cruise in December was Cozumel, Casamaya, Ocean Cay. Great cruise, had good weather. The January cruise was 4 days, Ocean Cay, Nassau. Good cruise, colder weather. We had the cold snap coming down from Florida, and pretty well anyone in even Mexico was cold that week. However, they're both great cruises. MSC did a great job. Going through the cruise, like kind of importance, probably food's the most important. MSC food was good. What we found is it's very important to speak to your waiter and build that relationship with your waiter. He's going to tell you what's good on the cruise. He's going to make some good suggestions, and I leverage that. Leverage it all you can, because they know where the good stuff is, and they can look after you. And we found on both cruises that was the case. If they have a fault on MSC, at least on these two cruises, it was between hot, cold. You order soup, it's warm. You order oatmeal, it's not warm. It's maybe cold. From the cabin, we had booked a guaranteed interior on both cruises. This was amazing to me. We got upgraded to deluxe balcony, and that was just incredible that we did that. There's no question the balcony really kind of invigorates the cruise experience. You can get away from the crowds. Sail away is kind of nice on the balcony in the right evening. So that was really good. Thanks MSC. We really enjoyed the upgrade. On the first cruise, we had an aft cabin, and that was fantastic. It was very close to the buffet. You kind of just go up a flight of stairs and up, or you can go in the rear elevator and up. So location was really good. We were on the 13th floor on the Seashore on both cruises. The 13th is fine. The buffet was on the 16th floor, four flights of stairs or whatever, and you're up there. You want to go up to the pool deck, it's not too bad. And that became very important, that location, on the December cruise. There was a fire on board the first night, and as a result, they had reduced electricity and reduced air conditioning in the buffet. There was no air conditioning. Really, all the elevators, except for one elevator, was shut down, and they were using that for disabled people. It's one thing to climb those stairs when you feel like it. It's another thing to climb those stairs when you don't. Anyway, for better or worse, the decision was made by MSC to continue the cruise, which we did. And it really took the first 2 or 3 days of the cruise to kind of get back to normal. But when they got back to normal, everything was fine. So that was good. We enjoyed that. We found the theater, song and dance kind of stuff was very good. Way improved over the MSC of 2020. In 2020, MSC used to have announcements in 5 languages that drove people crazy. And the theater shows weren't really in a language. They were kind of like just international music almost, and really wasn't a good fit. People really didn't enjoy it. It's really much better now, more like you get in a traditional, American kind of cruise line. And in the Caribbean, that's what you expect. We missed some of the things on board, like the language lessons they used to have, things like that. That's kind of gone by the wayside. But the song and dance, we really couldn't complain about it. It was really good, very entertaining. And what was interesting is between the two cruises, December and January, the same act, there was an act, a show was called The Journey. And The Journey was improved. You could see it in January. And then the other one was the rock show they did. And the rock show was completely different. Better, worse, I don't know. They were still very good. But it was different. So we thought at first, well, we're going to see the same shows we did in December. Not at all. They were fresh enough that we enjoyed them again in January, because we thought, well, we're not even going to bother. But we did. We enjoyed it. So that was good. The cruise director, let's see, what's his name? The Reverend Dr. E for Energy, outstanding. He almost makes the cruise. He's so good. A great comedian. You get the announcements in the morning. Book it in the app. Book it in the app. Book it in the app. I mean, I didn't hear any bad comments about Mr. Dr. E. He was just great. He was approachable. Shook his hand at Ocean Cay. He's a great guy. He really can make the cruise, and he is that good. So we really, really, really enjoyed him. The other important thing is, I guess, we're value travelers. We want to know we're getting good value when we're traveling. We did both of these cruises. It was really $175 Canadian per day for 2 people. And I mean, you can't normally do that on a ship this new, and especially with the balcony upgrades. It's just unbeatable value. You can have some small complaints about this and that, but overall, it's really hard to book this, anything close to this. If it was $600 or $700 a night, that would be a different story. The bar's higher, but for where we were at, for what we received, we had no problem. We had no problem at all. Interestingly, almost no Canadians on board. The Canadian dollar is really fallen. Travel into the U.S. is expensive. The extra 2 days you fly down before you go on to a cruise, they really eat into your travel budget. Really, 2 days in Florida with meals and a rental car is almost the price of a cruise for MSC. So that's the biggest downer. If you're a Canadian going down there, you just have to keep that in mind. And you can minimize that. You could even take a chance and go down the day before. But we've had some missed flights before, canceled flights, that kind of stuff. So for us, 2 days is the nice sweet spot, and you get down there early. You're not stressed about getting to the cruise. On our second cruise, we used MSC, the bus, like the coach service. We actually used it from the cruise port to MCO, and it is excellent. I would use it again. And you feel like you're going to have less schedule issues, or if there's a delay somewhere, I think MSC is going to look after you. I really do. So overall, great cruise. The 2 unusual things probably from a normal cruise was the fire on board. MSC, I think, handled it okay. I'm glad they didn't cancel our cruise because it was the first night. We just pulled away. There was actually smoke from a fire on the funnel on the 18th deck. In the dining room, I believe we're on the 6th or 5th deck. And you could see the haze of the smoke going through the air conditioning. There was a fire, and it did impact the next couple of days of the cruise. As compensation, MSC had a letter the last evening, I think, and they gave you a 20% future cruise credit on your base fare only for a future cruise, and they said they'd be there in 30 days. That's really nice. We were going to book another cruise. I called MSC, and at this point it had been 40 days since the cruise, and we didn't receive the cruise credit. Called them a couple times, emailed them a couple times, haven't got it. So MSC customer service, they can improve, because I wanted to spend the money with you. I want to book another cruise. The other thing that was interesting is sharks. So we were swimming in Ocean Cay. We were just like knee deep, and there was a pair of sharks, like 10, 15 feet from us. Some of the passengers like, I come from wherever, and these are just baby sharks. They were about 5 feet long. There was 2 of them. They were really fast. I wouldn't want to come between them and their dinner, so I kind of said, we'll just stay away from that. So actually, if anyone knows about these sharks, what you're kind of getting at lagoon at Ocean Cay, that would be interesting. And leave me a comment. I'd be really interested to find out, how dangerous these sharks are. Hopefully they're not. But, summary, 175 Canadian a night, that's like 120 US for a great cruise, a balcony upgrade on both cruises, great food, and pretty darn good entertainment, and a great cruise director. We had good weather. To me, that was a fantastic couple cruises. We really enjoyed it. Anyway, let me know if you got any questions in the comments. Thanks. Bye.